Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Apps for Good Awards. I'm Maggie Philbin. I'm going to be attempting to hold things together tonight. I don't know how much confidence Apps for Good will have in me, seeing as yesterday I tweeted, really looking forward to the Apps for Good Awards tonight, and I got this immediate response, it's tomorrow! And I would like to apologise to the teacher who I gave heart failure to, who of course he immediately thought he was wrong and was ready to round up his students and get on the next train. So I do apologise for that. This is a huge honour for me. I first heard about Apps for Good, it was just over 2 years ago, and I was asked to come along to oversee a judging panel, and one of the nominees for an award was Apps for Good. And I was only there as an observer, and I was working my way through all of this pile of submissions, and when I read the Apps for Good one, it was head and shoulders above everything else I saw. It really stood out, and I immediately made a note of Iris's name and thought I'm going to get in touch with her, and I kept my fingers crossed because I hoped that the real judging panel made the right decision, which they did, and she won, and I handed her the award. And ever since then, we've had a very close relationship. So I think they're a fabulous organisation, as I'm sure you do too. Now, today and tonight is all about the young people who've worked so hard over the last 6 to 9 months. But it's not just about what you've done over the last 6 to 9 months. It's what you're going to do in the future that really interests me. I'm really keen to know that, from talking to people today, I know how much you've enjoyed the whole experience. How many of you now think, actually, I think I might go on and perhaps think a little bit more, if not about app design, about working in digital media? How many of you have thought that maybe this is a really interesting area? Just put your hands up if you... Yeah, so that's quite a shift, isn't it? You know. And the thing that really staggers me is why more companies, whether they're global companies or whether they're small startups, don't work for real with young people like you. And I don't just mean using you as focus groups, I mean really work for real with you. Because I sat in on some of the judging sessions, I didn't get around all of them today, but I sat in on quite a few. And I was absolutely blown away by the ideas. There were several ideas I saw which were absolutely original. And in fact, I had to be very disciplined and not going, here's my card, just come and talk to me afterwards, because I felt perhaps that wasn't appropriate. But those ideas were amazing. You know, you are going to go places. And if it's made you feel really good to take part in these awards and to create the ideas for those apps, hold on to that feeling and carry on doing it, because you've got a huge amount of potential, and you must make the very, very most of it. Now, a few things that I just need to say. There are some very naughty people in the audience. You've all gone round, you've got these voting slips. Is anyone hanging on to their voting slips? Because if you just wave it, then one of the Apps for Good team will come and collect them up, because this is the audience vote, and there are some of the teams here who will be depending on your vote. So if you're hanging on to them, do just pass them on to one of the Apps for Good team. The other thing to do is, you've got these cameras staring at us. It's great to see all of you, but we know that lots of friends and supporters and families, other schoolmates, other teachers, heads, my dad, they're all watching at home. So could you just give a big wave to our cameras? There's one at the back of the room. That's it. You know, just give a bit of a shout out if you know that someone's watching you. And the hashtag, if you are at home, is Apps for Good. And so if you want to send any words of encouragement to any of the young people, any comments, then do use the hashtag, and you know, then we can all sort of look at our mobile phones and think, oh, it gives me a nice warm feeling, because they've just said that they thought that my presentation or the school's presentation was really good. So that's absolutely fabulous.
Welcome, everyone. I'll try this one. Welcome, everyone. I just wanted to quickly give you an idea of what's happening tonight. So for everyone who hasn't been around during the day, we have the 14 finalist teams. They pitch to panels of 5 judges for all of the 7 categories. And tonight, what we will do is we will have them giving 60 seconds elevator pitches, and then the winners will be announced. So the 60 seconds elevator pitches will start with a ding, and they will end with a ding as well. So let me just I hope that procedure is clear. We will then have those winners, and we'll also have the Teacher of the Year, School for the Year, and Experts of the Year announced as well. And then at the end, we will also have our audience vote, which is currently being counted in real time, being announced on the fly as well. So I'm very much looking forward to it, and I hope you do too.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Iris. It's marvellous, isn't it? I love that system. Don't you wish it could be used more often just to really control people? So it was just a 60-second pitch. Very hard for our teams because they've got a lot to squeeze into those 60 seconds. Right, well, we are not going to waste any more time. We are going to bring our first sets of contenders to the stage. The first category we're going to look at is the power to do more. So can I ask the two teams to come up on stage? And I'd also like to ask the chair of the judges for this category. I do not envy our judges. It's a really, really stiff call because this category has been sponsored by Dell. So we've got Brian Jones from Dell who's going to come up and he'll be explaining who has won and why after we've heard the pitches. So can we all fit on the stage? You're all right? You're okay, guys? Now, you need a microphone. Who's going to start? Let's give a microphone to that team, microphone to this team. Okay, so the first team we're going to hear from is Budehaven Community School with Pocket Planner.
Hello. Tonight, we would like to talk about our app, Pocket Planner.
We had a problem. In our school, many students were constantly forgetting their lessons and homework.
This was very annoying as people did not know what lessons they had to go to and had to rely on others to find out where they had to be.
Something had to be done, and our solution, Pocket Planner.
We put a survey to some students at our school and asked them if they wanted it. They said yes.
We plan to integrate our app with existing IT systems such as Sims and Planner Live and allow the data to be retrieved automatically rather than the students having to input it themselves.
This means that no student can ever forget their homework, as it relies on the teacher inputting the data, not the student.
We are Team Pocket Planner. Thank you for listening.
Next up, we've got Reading Girls School with RMBME.
Hello, good evening. Our problem is that most people forget things. So to prove our point, we organised a survey. 77% of the people we surveyed said an application would help them to remember things.
As a result, we decided to create our app, RMBME. This app is unique from all the other apps in the App Store because it's mainly aimed at teenagers and it has loads of interesting features, such as using photos or pictures to set as reminders, not just text.
We researched and found our competition, Evernote, but we found it was too boring, it was only aimed at adults, it was non-customizable, and there was no photo integration in the same way we used it.
We're going to use customer base to help develop the app by incentivizing them to give constructive feedback with free giveaways.
For our marketing approach, we decided we would use social networking sites to promote RMBME. An example would be Facebook because it is widely used by our target market.
It's not easy, RMBME and Pocket Planner. So do you want to give us an idea? I mean, how did you decide? What kind of, criteria did you bring to bear here?
So I think all of the judges, you guys did a great job, and it was really an enjoyment to spend some time with the teams and really look at what they've done. And I think the biggest thing coming away that we spoke about as the judging panel was just the confidence that we feel in the future of education and development and the things that the young people of the teams are bringing to the market. And so really difficult, very difficult to select a winner.
And before you open it, what will they win?
So the winner, because of course this is a Dell sponsored category, so the winner will each get a new Inspiron 15 notebook. Okay?
Ooh.
I'm sorry? And of course having the app developed, which is really what we're all here for, right? So we're opening the, so I'd like to congratulate the Reading Girls School.
Do you want to give the prize? There we go.
And I have these for you as well, so I'll get these together. Congratulations. And thanks to both teams.
And this is the, hang on.
What?
I think I can pass this over here, can't I? This is, yes, there we go. Well done, Guy. You don't go away empty-handed. I don't think that's a notebook, but never mind. Well done. They're going off to get their pics taken. It's so hard. As I say, I am just so relieved I haven't been involved in the judging. So I can hear the screams going on down the corridor. Excellent. That's what you like to hear, a bit of screaming. Okay, right. Well, our next category is well-being. And I'd like to invite the school that's come all the way from Cumbria, Nelson Tomlinson, and Blackheath Coding Club up on stage, and the chair of the Judges Nominate Trust, who have sponsored this category, Louise Ainsworth. Hello. There we go. Right, so first up we have Feelings in a Flash.
Good evening, I'm Rebecca. And I'm Elizabeth, and we've created Feelings in a Flash. We're both 12 and have been coding for about a year. So, Rebecca, how did you come up with this idea, Feelings in a Flash? Well, we were on the coach to school one morning when I spotted a boy with his head in his hands. My immediate thought was that he was crying, but then I realised he could be laughing, embarrassed, scared, or even just tired. We thought to ourselves, wouldn't it be great to have an app that allows you to describe, track, and share your feelings to family and friends really easily and without embarrassment? We'd really love to have Feelings in a Flash made into a real app because it addresses a huge market of 8 million teenagers. It's currently unique and really viral because everyone wants to know how their friends are feeling. It helps you understand, track, and share your feelings and therefore boosts your confidence. It's quick and easy to use, fun, social, and easy to share, so please follow us on Twitter at FeelingsFlash, where you can see our full presentation and concept video. And we'll have a Facebook page as soon as we're old enough to have one.
Now, don't panic. Nelson Tomlinson haven't suddenly completely lost their bottle, but they're going to do their presentation in a slightly different way.
I'm too scared, I can't do it.
I'm going to forget my lines.
Have you seen the crowd out there? There's too many, I can't do it.
I don't know my words.
They're all really important people. I'd rate this day a 1 out of 10.
Right, I'm way too nervous to do this now.
If only I could get a reward for doing this.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologise. My team seem to be lacking a little bit of self-confidence. Come here for a second.
This.
Oh my God, that's really good.
It's amazing. We're boosted. Are you?
As I say, I'm glad it's not me, Louise, but how did you make a decision? What were your criteria?
Well, it took us a very long time indeed to make a decision. I think we were one of the last groups to come back in, and we debated for ages about things like how well they'd researched the market, how well the apps sort of targeted the criteria of well-being, and things like the functionality, ease of use, and how well they tapped into the opportunities for viral. And we were just really blown away by both groups, but we had to make a decision in the end. So.
And what's the prize?
The prize is, again, let me get this right, the Dell Inspiron something notebooks for the team. He's gone, where's he gone? And also, of course,
the best kind.
You know, both these teams just had so much passion for what they wanted to do. And I know, of course, for everyone, the biggest prize is getting your app developed. So.
Okay, right, so the winners
and the winners are Feelings in a Flash.
Feelings in a Flash.
How are you feeling?
There we go, well done. Well done. Great presentation. You know, honestly, it's just humbling, isn't it? They're just too good. They are just too good. Well done. Fantastic. it really is very humbling when you just see just how much imagination and also actually business nous there is out there. We should be tapping into it better. Right, we're moving on now to the learning category. So I'd like to welcome up on the stage St Matthew's Academy and Wildon School, and also Tom Kenyon from Nesta, because Nesta have sponsored this particular award. There we go. You're right. Yes. Psyched up. That's what I like to hear. There we go. Brilliant. Okay. So, first of all, St Matthew's Academy. Let's hear it for QBook.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Adekoya, and I'm here to present you an original app called QBook. QBook helps the communication between teachers and students, knowing if they're understanding the books that they've been set to read. Hopefully, this app can help literacy skills, improve confidence, and help the communication, as I said, between students and teachers. This app has a league board, which is optional. It's optional because students could be embarrassed about being at the bottom or the top. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is my app called QBook.
Okay, Smart Revise.
We come on this dark hour discussing something so dearly grave, something in which most 12 to 16-year-olds must be forced through. No, not puberty, this is revision.
People need our app. Current GCSE students or students of the future. We are the mind of our app, the creators, if you will. We are Smart Revise. Smart Revise allows note cards with pictures to be made and lets students be active revisers, taking control of their revision and learning what they want to revise and how. Our app is unique. No other app gives the ability to take pictures and associate them with your note cards. We also have an online database where you can upload your note cards and see what other people have uploaded and share revision everywhere.
This isn't just revision, this is revision connected.
It's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah. So what did you think of the two apps? And we'll get on to who's won it in a second. But
We had two teams with really clear ideas for really clear problems, so it was very difficult. And I thought both gave great presentations. But in the end, the winner was one which kept our judging team talking about the number of possibilities we could see for real transformation in education.
Okay, and before you open the envelope, what will the winner or winners be taking away?
They will be getting VIP seats to an England game at Wembley.
Ooh. Open the envelope then. Let's have it. Yes, I like them. We don't want to go wasting those sound effects. Right, yep.
And the AFCA goes to QBook.
Well done. Listen, you carry on, don't forget. Well done. There you go. There we are. It's so difficult. But a big round of applause for both teams. Because and I tell you what, well done. That you can feel very naked when you're just standing there on your own, but well done. That was perfect. And yay. Are you excited at the thought of that England game?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. It's brilliant. It's just so hard to look at the faces of the students who don't win. Right, we're moving on now to the turn of the finalists who focus their apps on the community. So we've got Shireland Collegiate Academy and St Matthew's Academy. So could we have both of those schools up here? And Vineet Butra from Amida Network, who've sponsored the category and who chaired the judges. So we can have everyone up on stage. Let's give you the microphones. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah. There you go. Kill it. Right. Okay, so first of all, henna with a twist.
We are HWT, and we know that many young adults are losing touch with their cultural identity. It is a massive problem because forgetting their needs is breaking the community as a whole. The solution is our app. It has a solid target market of ages 13 to 30. However, we hope the elder generation sees the opportunity of engaging with the app, which speaks to their roots and may bring technology to them while they spend time with their children in a creative way.
Our app includes pages of information about the history and tradition behind Mehendi art. Also, we have exciting features such as the augmented reality hand cam, find your local supplier page, 30 videos tutorial, and we also have a recommend to a friend button.
Despite these exciting techniques, we found out that the creation of an app is not difficult. There are many uses to technology that we have included in an app, such as hand cam feature. Using stores, supplies, and social media, we aim to create a buzz around the community. Our app is completely new and original, and it brings the generation together, and therefore the whole community together. Thank you for listening.
Okay, promise for life. Promise keeper.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are from St. Matthew's Academy, and our app is all about kids and adults keeping their very own promises.
When I was 6, my mum promised me that if I got good grades at school, she would get me a present, which she didn't.
We found a lot of this out because we have taken a survey and it has showed us that it was only about 40% of our class that kept their promises. So we thought, why not create an app to change that?
So we did.
With our app, your promises will never be broken again.
So if you're tired of your parents making promises, then letting you down, with our app, your promises will never be forgotten.
Thank you for listening. We're Promise Keepers.
Thank you. Vinny, I mean, see, this is where it's so hard because you've got two completely original apps here.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It was very, very difficult. I think both teams really impressed the entire judging panel about the way they'd really gone into thinking about what was the problem that motivated them and what was the best way of trying to solve it, and really coming up with simple solutions rather than really complex solutions. We were just blown away. We had to choose one in the end, and we...
Sorry, I thought you were just about to announce it. Right, okay.
No, but it was a tough choice, and we're just... both teams, you have to keep on trying to develop this. So.
And what's the prize?
The prize is we don't make any machines, so the prize is someone else's machine that was announced 2 days ago. The winning team will get the Google Nexus 7.
Can I just say that you're going to have to guard that very carefully because there are people in this audience who are clearly prepared to rip it out of your hands. So, who has won?
After much deliberation, we felt the prize should go to Promise.
I'll let you present the... Well done. Well, and I'm going to come and get my hand done later. You've still got all the stuff, haven't you? So I can get that done. That'd be brilliant. Okay, well done. Oh, is there a microphone? Have the winning team gone off with the mic? Is there a mic? Did the mic go off? Oh, no, it came back. Okay, right. Just checking. So, don't want an additional prize being given away. Okay. Right, now, just before we move on to our next group of... oh, well done, you got it back. That's right. We know what they're like. Right, because it's been quite interesting today, just sort of like chatting to some of the young people, because they've watched their teachers sometimes go a bit daft, going, could we have your picture taken? Could we have our picture taken with you? And they've been completely bemused. And I've sort of explained to some of them that, you know, I worked on a program, a techie program for a long time called Tomorrow's World, and many of the teachers have said, oh, you know, that's what got me into technology and science. So what I thought I would do is to just informally put you to the test. And if you're still watching at home, you can sort of see how your results match up with the techies in the audience. So we've got the tech quiz. Okay, so if we could just have the first question up. Okay, and we've got a couple of warm-up questions here. So the first one about Iris. Okay, so how many apps do you reckon she's got on her mobile phone? I'm going to ask you, how many apps do you think Iris has got?
100.
You reckon 100. What would you say?
100.
Okay, let's find out how many apps Iris has. It is 25 apps that Iris has on her phone. Okay, next question. How many pictures, whoa, go back. Yeah. How many pictures of her daughter does Iris have on her mobile? Okay, how many do you reckon?
50.
You think 50, okay. What would you think? 100, okay. You think? 100, okay. You think?
0.
The correct answer is 200 pictures of her daughter on her mobile phone. Okay, moving on. When was the first mobile phone call, all right? Was it in the 20s, the 40s, the 60s, or the 1980s? Okay.
1940s.
1940s, correct. Correct, it was in the 1940s. I bet there were a few people at the back who weren't going to say that. They're going, oh, no, it wasn't. It was later. It was the 1940s. Let's have a look at the picture of that first mobile call. There he is. He's actually driving at 90 miles an hour at the same time as doing that. Yes, it was in St. Louis. And next question. So with those very, very early mobile phones, if you were in a city like St. Louis, how many people could make a call at the same time, do you think?
3,000.
You think 3,000. You think?
3.
The correct answer is 3. 3 people at the same time. Next question. Okay, so it's so weird when you see these phones. Do you know how expensive they were? What would you pay for a phone that looked like that? 100. You 100 quid. A pound, right? Okay. Okay, how much would you pay? Well, do you know what? Those you get it for free, right? Do you know how much? They were so expensive. The very first ones were getting on for about £2,500. Okay, so given you've spent £2,500 on that, right? How many minutes do you think you could talk for? What was the talk time?
5.
Okay, we got some for you to choose from. So let's bring up the choices, right? Okay, how much talk time? Okay.
30 minutes.
30 minutes, correct. 30 minutes talk time. And that's, mind you, the thing was, you think, oh, goodness, that'd be ridiculous, you paid all that money. It was so heavy, you could hardly hold it up for much longer than 30 minutes, so people didn't mind. Okay, next question. What did Alistair Campbell not use while he was working for Tony Blair? Let's just go up. I've not picked on anyone up here. What didn't he use, do you reckon? It's one of those things that he didn't use.
Mobile phone?
The mobile phone, okay. Any advances on mobile phone?
Photocopier.
Hey?
Photocopier.
Photocopier. No, it was in fact the computer. Oh, yeah, you got it, did you? No. Oh, right. Okay, question 6. Question 6. Okay, this is the Manchester Baby, right? I will always say this is the first programmable computer because I'm from Manchester. And it's a wonderful thing. They've built a replica of it. You can go and see it in Manchester. But this computer could only do one thing. So just bring up the next slide. I just want you to work out which one of these things could the Manchester Baby do. Let's go up here. Now, you've got a very serious face. What do you think the Manchester Baby could do? It could only do one thing.
I think divide, but I'm not sure.
Divide, okay? You are absolutely correct. It could just divide. Okay, moving on. Who had one of these? Did anyone have a... ZX80. Right, now tell me, which version did you have? Did you have the version that you built yourself, or did you buy it? Because you could buy it in kit form.
No, I had the one that
came ready-built.
So you had the ready-built one. Okay. Well, you'll know that. I mean, the great thing about this machine was that Sinclair wanted to get a computer into the home which cost less than £100, but the kit form one was slightly less expensive. So let's just bring up a choice of prices. How much do you think it was available for if you were a bit handy with a soldering iron?
$69.95.
$69.95.
$79.95.
$79.95, correct. Right, okay, question 9. Now, this is a real techie question now. We're really drilling down into your knowledge of technology here. How wide was the printer for the ZX81? Okay, how wide do you think it was?
10 inches.
10 inches, okay. No, it was 4 inches and I'm sorry you had your hand up. Yeah, sorry, 4 inches and it looked like this. More questions coming though. Next question. Right, we all know what that is, the Raspberry Pi, and it was inspired by this machine, the Acorn, which was built for the BBC to use, and lots of people saying that they sort of credit their interest in technology and particularly in programming from being able to use this machine. But the really interesting thing about it was that when the BBC were looking for a machine like this only existed in drawings. And the company, when they suddenly realised that the BBC wanted to see it, had to build the prototype quite quickly. So we've got a few choices here. How quickly do you think they had? What was their deadline? Did they have a week, a fortnight, a month, or a year? So all they had were the drawings. They didn't have any more than that, okay? What do you reckon? How quickly did they build it? A week. Absolutely correct. Amazing. They built it in a week, working like night and day. Absolutely incredible. Question 11, we're getting towards the end now. This is Graham Thomas. He works for the BBC R&D, and he's standing next to the set that they did all of the development work on for HD TV, which just shows how long the BBC have been working on it. I saw it when it was... I went round Kingswood Warren just before we closed Kingswood Warren, and it was lurking, forgotten in a corner. And I said, why was it lurking in a corner? And they said, because it was so heavy, they couldn't move it. So the question is, when they did move it, how many people did it take to lift it? Was it 2, 4, 6, or 8? You reckon it was 8, 6. Right? 6. Who said 6? Yeah, it was 6 men with poles it took to move that set. I think another question. Okay. Final question now. This is a whole room full of young people, 300 sort of 12, 13-year-old students. And what I did was I asked them if they could draw someone who worked in technology or a scientist or an engineer. And my question is, how many students in that room drew a woman? How many do you think drew a woman? Oh, okay. How many do you think?
8.
8. Okay. 18. You think it was 8, and you're absolutely right, it was 8, okay? So what's been fantastic today has been to see just how many young women are on these teams today, because we need more people like you. You know, we can turn this country round together, I assure you. So well done. Did anybody get 12 questions correct? Anyone get 12 questions correct? 11? 10? 9? Did you get 9? Well done. Give him a round of applause. Once again, the young people putting the grown-ups to shame. You see, they all say they're inspired by tomorrow's world, but did any of it sink in? No. Right. Okay. We'll be moving on to our next category, which is information. It's sponsored by Thomson Reuters. So please could I have St Matthew's Academy and the Central Foundation Girls' School up on stage, together with Bob Shakai from Thomson Reuters. Okay, so the first to present are St Matthew's Academy, Immortal Love.
Have you ever been in a situation where you're wearing a nice summer dress and it pours out with rain?
Or you're in the warmest clothes ever when it's boiling outside?
Annoying, right?
Typical British weather.
So, here's when our app comes in.
Our app is specially designed to help you find what to wear appropriate for the weather and the occasion. Also, if you're fed up with what you find in your virtual wardrobe, you can buy it instantly using our affiliate business model.
We will provide these varieties of shoes, clothes, and accessories by collaborating with Diesel and John Lewis.
You can create your virtual wardrobe by taking pictures and sending them to the app.
And sometimes we're wearing the same clothes over and over again. So we can help you by choosing what you want to wear, by giving you tips on how to color coordinate and the now ongoing trend. So remember,
wear whatever you want,
whatever the weather.
Excellent. And what I like about that, there wasn't even a flicker when I gave your app totally the wrong name. You just carried straight on there. Well done. Okay, our next contenders.
Hi, my name is Jenna and this is Marjabin, and we're here to tell you about the best app ever. Now Marjabin is going to tell you 4 elements that makes it the best app ever.
Weatherbirds has the main component of Weatherbirds is Weather Watch, which gives you the ability to get information on how much water and nutrients your plant needs according to the weather. Like they said, the weather is really unreliable here, and this is why our app is unique. Also, we have a visual component, which allows you to share your plants that you've grown yourself on social media channels such as Facebook and Twitter. Then, there's a gaming component, which allows you to learn as well as entertain yourself through caring for a virtual plant, which you can learn things about and implement into your real garden. Finally, there's a question and answer bit, which allows you yourself as gardeners and also gardening enthusiasts to ask questions to experts and answer questions that you might know yourself.
And here's the best part, it's totally free. Thank you very much.
I mean, again, Bob, 2 brilliant apps. You know, I mean, it must be so difficult. Were there any arguments amongst the judges?
We had it about as tough as you could nail it. I think, you know, the fact, first of all, I want to congratulate both teams because look at this. We have 4 women on stage. That is a tremendous thing all by itself. And both mentors for both of these teams are women as well from Thomson Reuters. So we kind of have a female connection going here. We really, 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 really struggled to pick a winner. When we had to judge it, we were given a 5-point scale across 4 categories. And in the end, we basically came down to one thing. It came down to what was the one product that was a little bit different and differentiated in the market. And we decided to award the winner.
The prize is?
The prize is, not that I will cut my hair, not going to happen yet. So the winners obviously will have their application taken forward and developed. We're also going to give the winners 2 Apple iPads. And the winner is the Weatherbirds. The Weatherbirds. Now, I got to say something. I got to say one thing. I have never had something so tough in my life to judge. And so we've decided to give both teams iPads.
Oh.
Well done.
Excellent. That's it. There we go. Well done. Excellent.
Thank you.
Let's take your microphones. That's brilliant. Right, many congratulations to both of you. Fantastic. And iPads. Our next... Just brilliant. It's brilliant. Our next app, very appropriately, is sponsored by Barclaycard because this is the Best Money app. So could I welcome onto the stage Featherstone School and Shireland Collegiate Academy and Ian Buchanan from Barclaycard, who has chaired the judges. There, good luck. You're going that side, are you? Brilliant. Are you starting? There we go. Okay, so the first to present are Featherstone.
Where is Oyster on the Go?
Oyster on the Go will be an app that allows Oyster card users to use their phones rather than the Oyster cards.
Our app allows our users to use their phones as Oyster instead of their Oyster cards when they forget their Oyster card or if they just want something less to carry. Our app also allows you to check your balance, top up your Oyster card, and use some of the other exciting features.
Our app will be using a new type of technology, which is NFC, initial near-field communication. So what is near-field communication?
Near-field communication is a chip that is located in the CPU and wired to the battery of the phone. It uses radio communication to communicate with the Oyster card terminal and send data wirelessly. Thank you.
Oyster on the Go can save your day, so go and get yours today.
Well done. And next up we have food dominators.
Hello, and we are the food dominators. I am Osman.
I am Miles.
And I'm Ryan. Our app is simple. Cook, reuse, recycle, and save money. Cook once, eat twice aims to prevent the increase of food waste. Currently, the average family wastes £680 worth of food every year.
As a nation, 7.2 million tons of food goes to landfills every year, which in turn increases the level of greenhouse gases. We believe by targeting the average household, decreasing these figures and statistics will be possible.
The original features of our app are that we show ways in which people can save money by reusing food, and one of our slogans, cook once, eat twice, COET, such as recipes, the ability to donate to local food banks, homeless shelters, and you can order cheap ingredients from local supermarkets. We will promote this app to supermarkets, charities, government, and social networking sites. This is an app for good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, you had to make a decision, Ian, but, you know, what did you like about each of these apps?
Well, they were both very different apps, and as judges, I think we did, struggle to split between them. What impressed us, though, was I think the quality of the thought that had gone into the research, the depth of it. You know, we could see in both groups, I think, future CFOs and CTOs somewhere down the road as well. So, really tough call around that. But at the end of the day, we did make a decision.
Yes, and what will the winners win?
So, for the prize, obviously, there's the help to get the app developed, and also there'll be Apple iPod Touches as well.
Excellent. Right, well, the time to announce the winner.
Okay, and the winner is Oyster on the Go.
Well done. Congratulations. Hang on. There we go, guys. Let's pass that. Yeah. Brilliant. Well done. Fantastic efforts there. And as I say, it is just, I'm sure you're getting the picture. No one can call it when you hear, the final decision. So lots of hard work. Remember, keep going. Today is just the beginning. It's not, like the end. Well done. Thank you very much, Ian. Right, well, Blackberry have sponsored the next category, which is travel. And the finalists in this category are Wealdon School and Sussex Downs College. So if we could have both of the sets of contenders up on the stage, please. And also we'd like to welcome from Blackberry the chair of the judges, Stephen Bates. I have to say that I sat in on all of this session, so I'm just really interested to see who wins here, because I couldn't have put a piece of paper in between the two contenders. Okay, so who's going to present first? It's going to be Map Your Way.
We are Map Your Way. My name's Dan.
Neil. I'm Sophie. And I'm Nicole. We found that new pupils and students joining
Wilden School find it hard to get around the large campus. Map Your Way is designed to prevent these students at Wilden School getting lost on their way to lessons. This will eliminate pupils getting detentions for arriving late to class. It will use QR code technology and could include NFC in the future. Also, we hope it would be used with other large campuses, such as other schools, universities, and hospitals. This app will prevent students from getting detentions due to arriving late to class.
Thank you for listening.
And then Music Hub.
Hi, we are Music Hub, and our team consists of a few app developers and some people in a band. And one day we sat there and thought to ourselves, where do we get music from when we run out? And we looked around and we couldn't find anything, so we thought of our app, Music Hub, which allows you to find new music based on your location. So you can check your phone and you can see what is playing literally in the other room or down the road, in the next city, town, or even the country if you want to. It then allows you to listen to this music and then create your own playlists and share them with all of your friends and whoever else you want to, really. It also allows bands to purchase physical space in our map, and certain playlists that they select will be played there as to advertise themselves. We are Music Hub, Tempe Productions, putting up the future.
So I have every sympathy for your position, because you see, on the one hand, I thought, oh yes, you know, I was at a school last weekend, got completely lost trying to find my way around to this conference, and yet my daughter's boyfriend has got a band, and I thought they would really like something like that, backing them up and supporting them wherever they went. So what did the judges officially think?
Well, as you already pointed out, the judges found this one particularly tough. I think it's interesting is we're really impressed with the quality of the young people here. Our future feels safe if this is what's happening. I'm really encouraged by the innovation we're seeing. But both these apps were really, really good. And for us, the team that made the decision on this, they really came down to one thing. And the one thing they could only really find a way forward around the decision was the app that really connected onto the future technology and was developable and beyond the capability they've talked about today. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to hold my tongue.
Okay, and what will they win?
So obviously, they're going to win a BlackBerry, so we're going to give a BlackBerry to each of the winners, so we're really excited about that.
Excellent. That's really good. So, yeah. How many? Oh, no, I'm not going to say it right. Okay. And obviously they get their app developed as well.
They're going to get their app developed, and actually, now I know who the winner is. I'm actually going to be a user of that app, and the winner is going to be Map Your Way. Our campus.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Actually, you should give this award out. Yes, absolutely. There we are. Yeah. And I tell you what, I am going to give you my card because I know that my daughter's boyfriend's band would be really keen. I don't know whether you've got any White Lies fans in the audience, but they would love that. Right. Clearly no White Lies fans in the audience, but there we go. Can't have everything. Well done to our winners. Let's have a round of applause. Excellent. And as they make their way down, and then we just listen out for the screams that they manage to save till they actually hit the corridor. We now move on to some very special awards. Now, the first set of these awards are for Teacher and School of the Year. And so to tell us a little bit more about this, would you please welcome someone who's literally travelled thousands of miles up and down and all around the UK in the name of Apps for Good. Would you please welcome Debbie Forster. Debbie.
Thanks very much, Meg. Am I on? Yeah. All right. So Maggie's right. One of my greatest pleasures over the last year is driving literally up and down the country in my little car to visit these schools. And I think when we started really launching Apps for Good across the country, I was looking for certain kinds of teachers. I was looking for teachers who were thinking outside the box, who were willing to take a risk, that actually thought the standard way of teaching, of just doing it the same way, wasn't good enough for their kids. And I was just amazed at how many teachers I found up and down the country who were absolutely up for this challenge. So then, I mean, I've heard from the judges tonight, I've felt the same way. As everyone's arrived today, we've had this agonizing choice to try and look across all of our schools up and down the country and all the teachers who've worked for us. And I had so many reasons for every single one of them why they should become that Teacher of the Year. The one we chose, the teacher I'm looking at, is someone who actually took one of the more challenging roles. She was running this club in a school. And you've got to understand that in a school environment, getting kids to come back every day, every week, after school, after a long day of school, even when it's wet and dark and cold, is no easy feat. This is also someone who was getting out there on Twitter, who took our ideas and would turn it into a Prezi PowerPoint to try and sell this idea to kids, who I can send things to out late at night and say, really, can you give me some feedback if it works? Even down to this week, I almost felt too bad to do it. We were sending out materials saying, this is mapped against the national curriculum, and I would get the emails back, as I always knew, at 11 o'clock at night, where she would say, oh, I'm really sorry I got this to you late, but here's my comments. When I'm looking for a teacher who really embodies taking it and not just delivering what we've asked, but then doing that extra mile and bringing that expertise, because it's really the teachers that make this come to life for all of us at the Apps for Good team, I would say that's Sharon Squires from Wildern School. Can we have a round of applause for Sharon? Can I also ask, just from the students, we have lots of other teachers who've worked really hard to get you where you are. Can I just ask a round of applause for the teachers who've made this happen? Right. But then teachers need to work within schools. And what I was also excited to find, you need to understand 2 weeks after I had joined Apps for Good, Iris suddenly said to me, we're traveling up the country to go and visit one of our first schools. And we went and sat inside this school in 2 weeks that I've been. And so far, all we'd done is Apps for Good as a club. And we had a way in which we thought Apps for Good should be delivered. And we sat with a school who said, oh no, we want to take it further. We want to do something really innovative, and if this is good enough for a club, this is good enough to take into curriculum. Now, I'm an ex-head teacher. You don't do that lightly. That's risky. That's breaking new ground. But this is a school that did that. And then they have every step of the way. They showed me when I said, ooh, are you sure? They said, watch. We'll show you how it works. Now, if you saw how many teams have come from this school, you'll know why we have chosen for our School of the Year, Shirelands.
Oh, just fabulous just to see that. And I think that's the thing that really strikes me about this, is that I think the whole concept of Apps for Good is really terrific and really sound. But to see the way it's embraced by schools and by students, you're the ones who really bring this to life, and you bring all of your energy and your ideas and your commitment and your time to it. So you make it really very, very, very special. Now, there is another award to give out, which is Expert of the Year. So we've got Kevin Ayres, who's one of the trustees of Apps for Good. So Kevin, if you could just step on stage and announce the Expert of the Year. How does this work? How do you judge the Expert of the Year?
Well, the way we judge the Experts of the Year is Iris hands me a piece of paper. No, really, it's coming from a technology background, then understand, how much it takes to, to get into the industry, to become a developer, and always keep on top of everything. And I think one of the great things about being in the technology business is this really big effort about how do we give back. Because we know that the smartest people around are the people much, much younger than us, because they're born with the technology. And so it's great to see that you know, the experts that we have really helped and give back and impart that knowledge. But first, one of the things to say is that we really wanted to thank all of the mentors. So who are all the mentors that were here that helped with all the different apps? If you'd stand up, we really want to give a big round of applause to all the mentors. Thank you, guys. So the second we have, we're having a really hard time. We have three different ones that really kind of went above and beyond. One of them was with the very first school. The very first teams went to High Trees, connected us with Android developers, ran master classes, really phenomenal work. It's also going to help build one of the winning apps. Another one helped ensure that we could actually continue to run App Inventor. That was a huge feat right there since it was going to get pulled. Also helped bring on a whole bunch of different evangelists and everything, really gets the community going. And another one helped structure all the different courses and then mentored countless numbers of teams as well along the way. And so the three would like to just invite up on stage Bob Sukai, Head of Global Mobile Technology with Thomson Reuters. Kevin McDougall, who is co-founder and CEO of Novarta. And there's one other who was really chosen by the community and everybody with the Apps for Good team, discounting the CEO, and it's Jens Lapinski. So now the winner, because we have to play the sound. You guys get the best prize of all.
I've always wanted to do this. I cannot
In
tell
honor
you, I
of the
have just
Olympics for
always
this
wanted to
year, then
well done.
The Olympic medal. So really, good job, guys. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. Good. We couldn't pick a winner, so everybody's here.
Losing my microphone. Right. Now, there is one more award that we have to give out, which is the audience vote. I hope you cast your vote. I certainly did, so I'm just sort of like keeping my fingers crossed that other people felt the same way as me. So everyone had one of these votes. I hope you had a good chance to look around all of the different apps in the marketplace if you didn't see any of them, earlier on in the day. So we've got Rodrigo Barjo, who is the founder of CDI, who's here in the audience, and you're going to announce the winner of the audience vote. There we go. Excellent.
Thank you. Good evening. So I'm really very happy to be here because what we are doing tonight, this evening, is really something very important. The spirit of us here is one belief. Everyone could be a change agent. Everyone could use technology to transform our lives and our communities. That is something very important for us in the CDI networking. And we are part of a big family. We are more than 1.4 million people in 12 countries using technology to transforming lives and develop communities. And what I felt today was really very, very important. I saw students, teachers, I saw CDI, UK employees, trustees, experts sharing this energy and this vision so everyone could be a change agent. So before the award, I would like to congratulate all of the people who work in the CDI Apps for Good. And I would like to invite all of the CDI Apps for Good collaborators, employees to stand up, and congratulations, guys. You are really great. You are amazing, amazing.
Prize that the audience vote will take away is a fantastic prize because it's an opportunity to really look at all of the work that goes on behind the scenes, really, of the Financial Times. So the winners will be able to go along, they'll see, what happens, in the printing department, they'll see the editorial, and then they'll also see just how the apps actually get built and developed. So it's a fantastic prize, which will really give the teams some valuable insight into the whole, just the whole background of the Financial Times. So, are you going to hold us in terrible suspense? We want to know who's won.
So just to let you know, I counted this 3 times because it was so close. So it was very, very close.
Wow. The winner is...
Sorry, that was my fault.
Yeah. No, we like that. Attention to detail. Really gum the envelope down. Here we go.
The winner is Feelings in a Flash.
Well done. There. Really enjoy that trip to the Financial Times. Very envious. Well done. What a trip. Now, before we sort of bring this part of the evening to a close, I'm sure you agree it's been an absolutely fantastic day. And we have been following what's been happening on social media, and we've been keeping track on some of your pictures and your tweets. So here is a compilation of just some of them.
Well, you need to give me the faith to fly, 'cause you're the
Yeah, so we've been keeping track on you. I'll give yourselves a round of applause if you saw your tweet up there. I'm going to invite Iris up to have the last word, but just before I step down, I'd just like to say a huge thank you, first of all, to all of the sponsors. I'm sure you'd like to show your appreciation. There'll be some fantastic prizes that have been given there. I'd like to thank another massive round of applause for our judges who've had a Herculean task trying to work out who the winners are. A great thank you to Iris and the Apps for Good team for all of their hard work. It's been a real privilege to be part of your day. Thank you. And a special thank you to all of the young people, because it's been a real delight to meet all of you. And I'm hoping that afterwards, when we're going outside and we can have a few drinks and there's time to chat, I'd love just to spend a bit more time with you. Sort of well done. It's been an amazing day. I hope you found it a valuable experience, but you've made it really special for all of us. Thank you. And, please remember, whether you take away the prize or whether you don't take away the prize, this is just the beginning. Tomorrow, it really is yours. You are the innovators of tomorrow, and we'll be hearing from you again, I'm sure. Thank you very much. Iris, it's all yours.
So when I initially started out in 2009, I had great colleagues with me. And one of the things people have told me in the past half a year is that I no longer have actually one child, which is my daughter, who's 8 months old, but I have actually 2 children, and that is Apps for Good and my daughter. And I think when you have a child, you realize how important family is, and that while you have children, they're sometimes easy, they're sometimes difficult. So, and they grow up and don't always do what you want them to do. But it's for us, it's a pleasure to be part of the CDI family, and I would like to thank Rodrigo in particular to actually have come up with the idea in 1995 and to now let us go and grow what we want to do, and that is create a new generation of change makers. So thank you very much for that. Also, there will be drinks in the conservatory, so I hope you've enjoyed the evening, and please stay around for a little bit longer, mingle with the great teams, mingle with the judges and the experts. It's really worthwhile doing that. Thank you very much. Have a great night.